alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the welterweight division between Miguel Cotto and the Pacman, Manny Pacquiao. Miguel Cotto's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring. Manny Pacquiao's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miguel Cotto. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Manny Pacquiao.
All right, guys, listen up. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Shut your mouth.
And we are underway for this.
Cover your head, kid.
In bad shape. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Miguel Cotto. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America, we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Miguel Cotto's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Okay? Don't fight his fight.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Able to get rid of that one. Well, let's talk about the difference between Miguel Cotto, the version that we saw at 140 pounds, and the version that we saw in recent fights at 147 pounds. Because at 140 pounds, he actually started to have some troubles with his chin, and then seemed a little sturdier at 147.
Yeah, you know, it's funny to say that because maybe he was killing himself, weakening himself a little bit to make 140. So even though he stepped up, he's feeling a little stronger. And don't forget, the smaller guy's a little faster. Maybe they were able to find his chin a little more often.
Halfway through this round. swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Good looking counter punch. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Listen to me. You're getting caught up. You're getting caught up in fighting his fight. Focus for me.
And round number 3 is underway. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Miguel Cotto comes from a boxing family. His uncle, a trainer, his father, his brother, boxers. I mean, boxing is in his blood, Teddy.
And a real good amateur background. This is a guy that, in his mind, he was born to do this.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Way to block there. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Last 10 seconds. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
I want you to bang the head and the body, all right? Upstairs, downstairs, over again. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go with the 4th round.
In and out, in and out.
Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Miguel Cotto is just not landing any body punches in this fight.
Well, he looks like a guy who hasn't been taught that. We're getting a little bit of an x-ray, a little bit of a peek into what his trainers show him in the gym, or what they don't show him.
hand. When Cotto was still at 140 pounds and a world champion, he had a very interesting battle with New York's own Paulie Malignaggi. It was a fight in which Cotto dominated, but Malignaggi stayed in there tough.
Yeah, people were shocked that Malignaggi was able to go the rounds, was able to survive that long.
Miguel Cotto has got to cut just under his eye, and that's actually good news for him. I know it looks ugly, but that's better than being above the eye. And there he counters back against his opponent. Final 10 seconds. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Get the compress on this. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
Another round.
Protect yourself. You're taking too many punches. Hands up. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Let's get on that swelling. Compress on that.
The start of the Cotto's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered. Good.
Come to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside, and boy, oh boy, are they putting on a show tonight here.
Well, kind of what you expected. These styles kind of told you that this is what you were going to get.
Throw punches. Don't walk into him without throwing a punch. Get on that.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Miguel Cotto.
Cover your head. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Lumbering left hand puts him down.
One, two, three, four, five.
Oh, and here's what we've talked about before. Miguel Cotto down, and now rising up to beat the count.
Now, we know he has the heart to get up. Does he have the savvy, the instinct to survive?
Come on, get focused. Keep moving.
Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Cotto's basically doing exactly what we've always seen out of him, and that's after he's been knocked down and affected in this fight.
Yeah, you know, there comes a time you have to make adjustments. That time has come for him.
Good-looking counterpunch. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Tried to land late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? So he goes, and there's the bell. Can you believe that? He was saved by the bell. Teddy, you've been in a spot like this before as a trainer.
Right now, you know what? What do you spend time on? You want to spend time on telling him why he got in that spot, why he got hit. But first, you got to make sure he revives. You got to get him clear-minded. You got to get his senses back first.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. There's nothing. Small cut, nothing to worry about. Let's get on this one. Get the compress on me.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Miguel Cotto's almost out of it there. He was stunned. So Miguel Cotto took one there. Now he's going to look to tie it up. What has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going to decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Certainly don't stand in front of him. Almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny one that was coming at him. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto is just not himself, and he hasn't been for quite some time. Now, I know he got rocked earlier in this fight. You think that's got anything to do with it?
You know, I think physically he's overcome it, but mentally that's lingering on. His confidence has not come back. His legs are there, but not his mind.
What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Counters back against his opponent. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Done. Had in that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. Listen.
Another round.
But everybody gon' feel the need to say something, but can't speak up whenever you face them. That's what you call microphone gangsters. Yeah, I got 'em moking dope. Yeah, I'm raw, you know my flow. Cause folk be acting extra hard. Talking that noise on all them songs. Bunch of little boys, but y'all look grown. Those there and these there, it really don't matter cause they all just clones. Go to school, read a book, be a lawyer. Hell yeah, man, I'm all for the cause. And I ain't trying to get involved with the law, sir, but it will get caught with the mouse bird.
Cover your head, kid.
Miguel Cotto's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Oh, look at that. You know you need space to punch. He realizes that. Conclusion, and it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really tagged pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
All we got, one more round. Give it all you got now, okay? All right. Let's go back.
So here we are.
You know, we back that ting. Anytime we track that ting, you know, we back that ting. Anytime we track that ting, you know, we back that ting. We just might clap that ting, but we ain't on some boasting about We gotta make moves, no loafing about. He ain't got no clout, she ain't got no clout. Still they wanna come here, come run up their mouth. They wanna know what maneuvers about. Check my catalog, you'll see with no doubt. We don't sell out, but we sell a tune or two. Beaten by a wooden spoon or two. But the pain that break me is the pain that make me, and the pain that take me is the pain that help me maintain. Life ting in the frame, you know. We're straight kicking.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
To bring that back. Whether we chat rap or sing that back. Get go, get go, get go, get go, get go. Again and again and again, we come in through ya. Again and again and again, what's the deep root maneuver? Again and again and again, we come in through ya. Again and again and again, what's the deep root maneuver?
Hand movement.
For the official judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring.
Your winner, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao is your winner by majority decision, Teddy.
I know there's going to be something to talk about in the barbershops around the city, around the state tomorrow, because a lot of people are going to